Hello everybody and welcome back to our Super Mario Sunshine Let's Play here on the HitmonChannel. I am Jacob and I am joined by my co-commentator.
Noah.
And we, as I just said, are playing Super Mario Sunshine. Now last episode we unlocked the rocket nozzle, showed up an interesting glitch, and then started on Serena Beach, and in this episode we'll be continuing and probably beating Serena Beach, as well as going on to Noki Bay. Sorry.
We were just looking, in between episodes, we were looking at the typical, like, how long to beat for this game, and Jacob is fucking breezing through.
Yeah, hold on a second. Mario, we've got trouble. I'm probably changing the voice for this guy every time I do it. The electric goop is back. We're everywhere. Oh, okay. After a great start. Okay, so this is... So now we're doing a clearing the goop mission.
Oh man, what would have made that Rise of Skywalker ending even better? I am all the Sith. All the Jedi. Will you stop that?
Nope, nothing in there. Okay. Yeah, this mission I remember being a bit tricky. We have to clear out most of this goop. If I can pick up the barrel. Or just break it, that works too. Yeah, the barrels are having fun today, it seems.
When I was writing, because I told you for this year's 24-hour theater, my college, I ended up stepping in as one of the writers last minute and wrote an Avengers Endgame parody.
Yep.
I was really tempted, at the end, of course I had Cotton Man instead of Iron Man. He wore a suit made of cotton, so he was just wearing normal clothes. And I was really tempted, I didn't end up putting this in, but I was really tempted, because I had a joke where, actually, screws up the snap the first time when he says, I am Cotton Man, and, he snaps with the wrong hand. And then, Snapper, who was my Thanos parody, is just like, you have to do it with the other hand. And he's like, oh, okay, let's run that back one more time. To have another joke in there where, the second time he's like, instead of saying I am Cotton Man, he says I am all the Jedi. That was less than a month. Or no, actually that would have been 2.5 months actually after Rise of Skywalker came out. So I guess I would have been fine on spoilers, but just in case people hadn't seen Rise of Skywalker, I didn't want to put that in. A lot of the jokes I put in that script flew over people's heads anyway. Whatever.
Didn't clear all of it.
It's really crazy because I work in the scene shop in my theater department, and my boss is a faculty member, but he's not not much older than us college students. He's probably I don't know exactly how old he is, but my guess is early 30s at the oldest. But it's really interesting because at the end of my Avengers Endgame parody, I named the Ghost parody Snapper. And so at the end, I had, because I also, if there's two things I love putting in my plays, it's fourth wall breaks and audience participation. regardless of whether they want to participate or not. And so I had Cotton Man speak directly to the audience after basically snapping and bringing them all back to life, essentially. And he's like, okay, we need your guys' help to defeat Snapper. On the count of 3, we're gonna say Snapper, no Snapper. And I mean, it was great. Like, I mean, people laughed and pointed, like they actually did the thing. But it was so weird because, like, I talked to my boss afterwards, and he didn't know it was a Dora reference. Or his time. So it's very weird to have that sort of like generational vibe, for like for that show, because I mean Dora seems like such a classic.
Yeah.
It's weird for someone to like not get that reference. Yeah. And that was a fun script to work on for sure, though. I think my favorite part of it, though, is which also, I mean, was clearly the audience's favorite part too, because it got a lot of laughs. It's when Snapper first comes in. He comes in like walking slowly and snapping his fingers like in West Side Story.
Yeah.
And like the audience just loved it, because I mean, because the joke is that, you know, Thanos snaps, so he just walks in snapping like West Side Story style, and people loved it. Yeah.
There we go. Okay, we got the shine this time.
Yeah, although my actors did have a little bit of trouble with the script.
Wow, that was great! I never expected you to do it so easily. Fantastic, Mario. There we go. That's the shot.
Oh, this is something interesting. Apparently, hey, what? Okay, hang on, I gotta read through this. Oh shit. Apparently New Mutants is going direct to VOD. It's apparently up for pre-order on Amazon.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, it's going direct to video vlog?
Oh shit.
Oh, Mario, there's a troublemaker inside the hotel who looks like you. Get in there.
Apparently it is still... This links to an article that says it is still going to come out in theaters, but apparently, like, Rob Liefeld, the creator of Deadpool, apparently said in an interview that, like, he...
There you go.
Some of his friends saw a test screening. He couldn't attend it, but
There you are.
like he had friends who saw it and actually loved it.
I was gonna say, well, I hope it's a good movie.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know what to expect from it at this point, because, like, I mean, it got so many delays, it had such a troubled production. I mean, it was supposed to come out, like, Rob Liefeld specifically points out that it was shot before Deadpool 2, and it was supposed to come out before Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
We had a trailer for it before Dark Phoenix. crying out loud. Of course, this most recent delay wasn't a fault of the production, but more of the Backstreet Boys reunion tour.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it sounds like it's up for pre-order on Amazon. Maybe
Man,
Voodoo.
it's taking a lot longer than I expected it to.
Wait, hang on.
What? There we go.
Um,
You're so annoying! Alright, and that's Serena Beach. Well, all we need to do is Serena Beach anyway.
oh, never mind. So it was up for pre-order. For 5 days. And then it was taken down, and they are issuing refunds to anyone who already paid for a pre-order.
Well, that's a good sign.
Oh boy, gosh. Just release it on Hulu.
Yeah.
Just put it on Hulu. Get it over with.
Yeah. Alright, and now we can go off to Noki Bay. Now, to access Noki Bay and listen to the Debs reports for once. Dovino Island. Whatever. Broadcast service. No. And a nice nod to Super Mario Sunshine, you have to go to the beam and look up at the sun. Just like how you get to the wing cap stage in Mario 64.
Because here's the thing. Regardless of the film's quality, it's gonna bomb. It's probably gonna bomb in theaters regardless, because nobody, like, unfortunately, nobody really cares, because it doesn't matter, because it's not gonna. There's not gonna be anything built off of it anyway, because this is gonna be rebooted into the MCU.
Yeah. Oh, Mario! Master Mario, I presume. I'm not going to remember how to do this voice next time. We have heard much about you, yes, and all of it good. As for me, I am but an old man who loves nothing but fishing. I sound like an old man, right? But lately I've had a terrible problem. Please look up there.
Even with Dark Phoenix, like, Dark Phoenix had the potential to be good before the Disney-Fox merger kind of screwed it over, and they had to, like, rework the whole movie.
Yeah, I don't know who did it, but someone corked up a waterfall. This is a terrible old man voice, but I don't care at this point. This, no doubt, is why our lovely bay has been polluted. I can't even fish, and so I ask for your help. Yank that cork. Please fulfill this old man's wish. What's that?
Okay.
You'll do it? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I know I can count on you. Just beware of that guy on the cork. Yeah, no. What was that?
You can ask me to do voices for you whenever you want.
I mean, yeah, but you were in the middle of a thing, and I didn't want to interrupt you any more than speaking the lines I already would.
Nah, that's fine.
Yeah, Noki Bay is an interesting course out of this world, because for the first several levels, despite there being water everywhere, you can't go into any of it because it's poisonous and will kill you when you're in it. Eventually that gets cleared up though, but in the time being, not so much the floor is lava, but the water is death.
That just doesn't have the same ring to it. That was
It really
actually
doesn't.
the original name for the children's game, but it just... Water just didn't have the same ring to it, and it was... actually, like, parents threatened to sue the creators of the game because the title was leading children to not be willing to drink water. And
Also, too, for the hazardous goop scenario, I believe this... Is this goop... Okay, no, this goop can burn you. I believe there's a goop later on that does burn you, if I remember correctly, but I guess it's not that. Noki Bay also has some interesting things because the function is both like a vaguely shell-themed like water level in a game all about water, but also functions as sort of a temple level, because as you can kind of see in the cliffside over here, there's a bunch of like pseudo-temple type things in the landscape. And I like the level like aesthetically and conceptually, although the level can be kind of annoying, but from the fact that you can't access most of the water that's in this water level. for quite a while. So,
Um, coincidentally, speaking of original names for things, one of the podcasts I listen to is actually originally named Goop. And then they changed it.
I wonder
Oh my
why.
God, I'm now realizing, because they wanted to make Goop like a whole brand, essentially. And now I'm realizing the reason they changed it is probably because of Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
I didn't put two and two together before, but yeah, that makes total sense. It's now called the Lunch Club podcast. The Lunch Club being sort of a collaboration group with a bunch of YouTubers. And funny enough, there's one episode of the podcast, I think it's like episode 18 or something, where at that point they decided to go with the temporary name Fart Club, which everyone hated. And there's this whole episode where they go over all the terrible ideas they had for alternate names, and it's hilarious.
And that reminds me of the Game Wars episode where they went over the... To continue talking about someone else's content instead of, well, during our own, where they went over all the, like, song, like, where Danny went over the rejected song titles for Ninja Sex Party.
Then they also did one where they talked about the alternate names for Star Wars.
Yeah. And off into the horizon he goes. And that, kids, is why you should not pollute because a plumber might launch you off into the stratosphere.
It's actually interesting, because of course people who are regular viewers of this and also of my main channel will know that Jacob and I started a film podcast a little less than a year ago, actually talking about the first episode talking about Dark Phoenix. Was on topic for earlier in the episode as well. And when I was pitching the idea for a film podcast with him, there were a couple alternate names I had come up with.
Oh, yeah, thank you for your help earlier. That was truly spectacular. Would you mind being a new teacher? I mean, never mind. My grandpa's up ahead. He wants to tell you something. Okay, I thought you were going to say the thing here.
Like my first idea for the title of the podcast was Film Noir, spelled NOAH-R. Which, yeah, I mean, looking back at it now, that is a terrible name for a podcast.
Yeah. Well, excellent. Way to go, Master Mario. This is definitely a different voice. You've returned a waterfall to normal. Bravo! What's that? The ocean's still dirty? Strange. It looks like my theory was way off. Yo, that's okay. I think I've got a lead on the real cause. Now, this may not seem like much of a reward, but I'm going to reveal to you one of Nokibe's deepest secrets. It's a secret to everyone.
MatPat 1 month after releasing any video.
You're not wrong. This bay actually contains the tomb of an ancient Noki king. When you spray water on the wall paintings, a path usually appears. It's almost like magic. And one path leads to a hidden shine sprite. Honest. This is all true. Maybe. I definitely lost the voice power through that. Anyway. Also, in case anyone was wondering what he means by Noki, Noki is the name of the this game only. Oh, hello, random Tsunuki. Of the this game only vaguely hermit crab looking, not hermit crab, vaguely snail like shell looking race. Anyway, hello, sir.
Technically not game only. They're also in the baseball games.
All right. Anyways, what are you doing here? I forget. You want to do the voice?
Sure. One second. Now that our waterfall is back to normal, I can resume business. Thanks, Master Mario. In return, please use my boots at it. Boats. Sorry. My boats at any time. It was like, I read that and I was like, what the fuck? What are the... I don't remember the boots in this game. You've charge, of course. I don't have any oars, though. Looks like you'll have to use your pump to get around,
Yeah. So this is introducing a mechanic that doesn't appear again until not only the final boss, in which you can use this. You can use a water pump to push a board forward with the definitely how physics works momentum.
It also shows up with the lily pads later.
Oh yeah. I guess it does show up with the lily pads. Well, this is the first experience with using a boat, and the boat's a little bit more finicky than the lily pads because the boat, especially in the last level, is a lot more prone to just doing that, banging into a wall and sneaking, whereas the lily pads will just stick around for a while without a time limit overall.
Yeah, but they do disintegrate.
Yeah, time limit overall. Anyways, on to exploring the ruins of Noki Bay. Not the ruins, the hidden temple of Noki Bay.
Yeah. I was gonna say, the other alternate name I came up with for our podcast was Look for a New Angle, which is a Big Hero 6 reference.
Ah.
But yeah, I think we both agreed that no camera action was the best. I'm trying to think if there were any other alternate titles I had come up with. So look at that. I have to like scroll way back in our text history, but I'm sure I can find. Oh, look. Curious now. I don't remember any other alternate titles, but I feel like there might have been some others.
Nope. Okay. Well, it's been a while since I've done this part.
Of course, for my other podcast, The Miserable Movies.
Wait, maybe I'll name this.
Because that podcast is just me.
Yeah, I was thinking this. They were just thinking on the wall. Like,
You wouldn't argue with me because I was like, I don't care. It's this one's just me. I can name it whatever the fuck I want.
There we go. Okay. Secrets breaking! Hooray! Hello, Gooblooper again. There's a lot of boss variety in this game, as you can clearly see. Yes, Flood, I'm aware this is the third time we've killed this guy.
Reached October in our text history.
Dear God. Specific computer was 3 and it was out.
Yeah, I forgot Deadly Premonition 2 is a thing that's happening.
Oh yeah, right, it is. And off behind the hill he goes.
got to the text with the picture of the Infinity Gauntlet knockoff. And
Oh yeah. Red coins in my. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Now this level has two interesting things about it. First off, it actually introduces a new variant of swimming mechanic. First text. I've got you. I've got it. Yes, I surely do have it. What do I got? Why, the answer to our polluted ocean problem, of course. And the answer is you. You must go to the ocean floor. Of course, that is impossible for you at the moment. Therefore, I've made an area for you to hone your skills. Boop, bop. Okay, this get past automatically. Wear this, and you can stay underwater for much longer. It's a fishbowl on her head. Use flood to move around and get red coins, but don't overdo it. If you run low on air, here's what you do. Just grab some regular coins to refill your meter, okay? Now, shall we get started? And we're in the bottle. Yeah, this introduces a new variant of swimming mechanic that's used for this level and one boss fight. What is it? Because like to some which makes a little bit of sense because it's very vertically focused swimming mechanic. No, you're there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I also kind of like this swimming mechanic more than the standard one, if only because it's a little more interesting. If only because it's a little more interesting, not necessarily because it controls better per se. It's a little awkward when it comes to momentum. However, this level also has one other interesting thing about it. If I can show it off. This one. Here we go. This one. As you see, probably see. If I can get it there. This corridor here has a door at the end. And if you try to go in the corridor to actually open the door, if the game will please let me. Oh. We can't, because we're underwater and therefore can't use the door. However, we can see what's behind it. If we tilt the camera around, if we mess with the camera, oh, I almost had it there. If we face the camera in through, if the game will let me, please. We can face the camera in. Can I do this before I die, please? Camera, please. No. God. Okay. Well, I'll just take my word for it. Like, either Google it or take my word for it because I am not apparently good enough at manipulating the camera in this game to show you guys for real. But if you can get the camera to go into the wall, you can see that behind that door is a small room with a single book in it. Oh. Jet stream. Okay. Invisible jet stream. Nice. Okay. Now, don't take my word on this because it's been a while since I've heard any explanations for the book that sounded legitimate. But I believe that I remember hearing somewhere that the texture on the book at least looks similar to the texture of the book you used to open up one of the Paper Mario games. But that might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. It's just how I remember the story going. Oh, yeah, it's a nice little Easter egg in there. There's a coin up there.
I've gotten to the point where we were talking about what to do for the first episode of the podcast. So I'm trying to find a topic of naming the podcast. Shouldn't be too far from this.
Where is that last red coin? Where is that up there? Yep, there it is at the very top of the bottle. Okay. to get up there. Very slowly but surely.
There's the skeleton holding a fishing line, sitting on the roof of a house I passed by in Winona.
Come on. Alright, there you go. Yeah, not the greatest returns this swimming system is.
Just talking about the weird, fucking, American 1990 movie with Ed Skull's Italian daughter.
Oh, yeah. And now, I believe we're going into one of the more interesting boss fights. Ely Mouth's dentist. Noah, do you remember this boss fight at all?
Yes, very weird.
Oh, Mario, you're finally getting out for the ocean's bottom. Grandpa's waiting for you at the top. Oh, don't forget to wear this. You can use this rope as a shortcut to reach Grandpa. Yeah, this boss fight is one of the more interesting boss fights both for this game and in general, I'd argue, because the premise is fairly unique, as far as I know. So the premise of this boss fight is actually, the Grandpa will explain this in a minute, so I'll just wait to get up there. And then dead silence swallows the land. Almost there. Oh. Oh. Try it again. Okay, guess I can't jump off that wall.
Oh yeah, we've...
Oh, there he is. Okay.
We have... Wow. Actually a lot of alternate titles. Holy shit.
Okay, real quick before you go into them. Look like you're ready. The gunk in the ocean is caused by a giant eel has moved into our ancestral home at the sea floor and is nursing some nasty cavities in there. Let's take a look. The newly uncorked water pool created a gap in the pollution that you can use as an entrance. Jump right in there. Dive to the bottom of the ocean and clean that eel's teeth. Doing so will ease his pain and you'll return from whence you came. No doubt about it. Now gather your courage and dive. So yeah, the premise of this boss fight is an eel has a toothache, which has really bad teeth in general, to the point where they're polluting the entire ocean just by existing in it. And in order to save both the ocean and the eel's mouth, we have to go down, there's the eel down there, you can see the little yellow eyeballs. We have to go down to the bottom of the ocean and clean the eel's teeth.
Yeah, so film noir was the first title I came up with, and you were like, then,
I was like, what'd you cut out there?
Other titles I suggested, and now your feature presentation, you said maybe to, you did come up with one potential title, which was Take 1, 2, 3.
Uh-huh.
Which I was hesitant about because this was long after I had stopped using the name Tiger 1, 2, 3.
Ah,
so
right.
I also came up with, hey, we're talking here. So, hey, I'm walking here, and you said to that as well. Also, oddly enough, I forgot I came up with the idea for you talking to me as well. as a podcast title, which is interesting because we actually have an episode titled that.
Yeah. On Taxi Driver, yeah.
Taxi Driver.
Which was an interesting experience, but go watch the podcast for more complete details.
Yeah. Then I came up with a new angle, or look for a new angle. Oh yeah, and the other one I really liked was Captain Call.
Oh boy.
But that was already taken for a podcast. There's already a podcast called Casting Call, so we couldn't go with that. But you like No Lights, No Camera Action the best anyway, after we narrowed it down to add Casting Call and look for a new angle. And then immediately after finalizing the title, I sent you a text like, just a warning, my version of Dark Phoenix that I'm going to talk about on the podcast might make you cry. I still tear up a little bit thinking about the spoilers for an alternate version of Dark Phoenix that I came up with. If you want to hear the full plot of that, check out first episode we did of the podcast. Yeah, but I still tear up a little bit when I think about the way I killed off Quicksilver with that.
Yeah.
That would have been such like an emotional scene to like. It started out like cool, like Quicksilver's other, Quicksilver speed scenes in the previous X-Men movies, but then it turns like really sad and actually goes along with the lyrics of Bohemian Rhapsody, and yeah.
Cool, got another one.
So that was yeah, so there's those are the alternate titles we had for No Lights, No Camera Action podcast.
Now on Spotify.
Yes, now on Spotify. And Anchor as well.
And
That's
Anchor. Which is why it's on Spotify.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of now I want to look back and see if I believe that there were some other titles I may have been toying around with for oh yeah, I mean for the miserable movies you missed, it was pretty much just like I came up with the miserable movies you missed and missed miserable movies, and I liked the miserable movies you missed better.
Eel, please.
Daniel actually suggested like closed curtains, but I didn't really like that. Right, Daniel?
Just one more truth left.
And I am glad that you like suggested I do it as sort of like a Noah explains, because that sort of format has worked really well for. I mean, I've only done 3 episodes of it so far, but it has worked really well with that sort of me just explaining the movie format, because those movies are fucking ridiculous. Especially Snow White: A Tale of Terror. That movie,
Eel, come on.
That movie's insane. You guys can check out if you want to hear me basically talk about movies that I watched for Miserable Movie Monday that don't make the cut because of copyright issues.
There we go. Okay.
Go check that out. That podcast is exclusive to Anchor.
And his gold
Spotify.
tooth becomes a shine.
Yeah. Just weird.
And he spits out a bunch of coins in the shape of a heart, because he's grateful for him helping us fix his teeth. For us helping, yeah. Just wish I knew how to pull it faster. Okay. I like how his voice is muffled because he's in a helmet. That's a nice detail.
Really do like coming up with like fun titles for
Yeah.
YouTube. Do you actually question, do you actually get the reference behind the name Dubbers?
I don't actually.
Because there is actually a subtle reference there. It's actually reference to an SNL skit. Where they're talking about the Chicago Bears, and the guy just says, "Da Bears." That's actually what it's referenced. That's also why on the thumbnails the logo is orange and blue.
Ah, I see. Also, Noah. Il Bantissimo.
Oh! Oh, foolish man. I am Il Piantissimo. Yes, that is me. Now, I challenge you to a race to that fly. A little, there it is. It's a race to the finish. The best time is 40 seconds. You are ready? Then get set and go. Oh, why it hurt more that time.
Oh boy, this is going well.
If you heard that loud, how you're doing. My water bottle.
Oh, you're cutting out a lot.
Okay, that's right. Did you hear like the okay? Do you hear this?
I can hear the microphone trying to interpret a noise when it does that.
Yeah, no, my water bottle is kind of broken.
I
Have like a better like thing for sipping, but it like broke off, so now it makes that weird sound whenever I sip from it. Ooh ha wheeze. You are quite speedy. You are like a fish. May not be the slow clam chomper I took you for. If we race again, watch for me. Don't race him again, do you?
You do actually.
Oh,
I believe. First of all, I believe there are optional Piantissimo races that we have just been not going through because they're after the 7 to 9. I think there are some. Anyway, regardless, there is one more race that I believe we have to do in Pianta Village, which is the level after this one.
Oh yeah.
And we'll be able to get to it in 2 more levels because we're on to Shine 6, then it's Shadow Mario, and then we're off to Pianta Village, the inexplicably large bottomless pit level. This one we're trying to get up to the shelf, the top by using these strategically placed tight ropes.
Apparently, the Nintendo Switch network services are currently down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently.
Did like something happen, or are they just down?
Well, they're back up. They were down for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just see an article in my news feed, like, Animal Crossing New Horizons servers down. Because, of course, that's the one game everyone cares about being online for right now. Couple interesting articles showing up in my newsfeed. Andy Serkis says fans should expect a darker Batman with Robert Pattinson's portrayal. It's cool.
Neat.
Apparently, Robert Downey Jr. was originally offered George Clooney's role in Gravity.
Huh. Neat. Now, what was the way up there? Ah, I see you go there.
BuzzFeed. 30 Marvel characters ranked by how much I want their superpowers.
Oh, BuzzFeed.
Hulk is the lowest at number 30.
Huh. I guess it makes some sense because the superpowers come with like losing control of yourself unless you spend like a couple months in radiation therapy.
Yeah.
Gamma radiation therapy.
So in order from like 30 to number 1. I mean, it's very just has a cybernetic arm. Quicksilver. Undo. Mora. Wait. The superpowers listed for Gamora are space survival for short periods. It was like, wait, why is Gamora on the list? Now I can. Ant-Man, Wasp. Which makes sense that Wasp is right above Ant-Man because she's just the same as Ant-Man, but also with flight.
And lasers. She also gets lasers.
Oh, I also just noticed that this person is giving them a ratings out of number of shawarmas instead of stars. Like, Hulk has 0 shawarmas, Bucky has 0 shawarmas, Silver has half a shawarma, Undo has 1 full shawarma, Gamora has a full shawarma, Ant-Man's 1 shawarma.
Probably not the internet route, but
Shawarmas. Falcon is 2 shawarmas. Thanos is 3 shawarmas. Ultron is 3 shawarmas. Mantis 4 shawarmas.
Who was that?
Mantis.
Ah, okay.
Heimdall is 4 shawarmas. I don't even know what Heimdall does.
He opens a gauge that allows you to travel basically anywhere in the universe, and then you can also just see really good at intergalactic distances.
Okay. Her description of his powers make him sound a lot less cool than this person makes him sound.
What's their description?
War Machine's also 4 shawarmas. Groot's at 4.5 shawarmas. Black Panther's at 5 shawarmas. Spider-Man's at 5 shawarmas.
Game.
Nebula's at 5 shawarmas.
Game.
Drax is at 5.5 shawarmas. Iron Man's at 6 shawarmas. Valkyrie at 6.5 shawarmas. Star-Lord at 7 shawarmas. Captain America at 7 shawarmas. Odin at 7 shawarmas. Ella at 7.5 shawarmas. Thor at 8 shawarmas. Captain Marvel at 8.5 shawarmas, Vision at 9 shawarmas, Doctor Strange at 9 shawarmas, Loki at 9.5 shawarmas, and Scarlet Witch, of course, at 10 shawarmas. I agree with Scarlet Witch being number one there. Is the one hero that actually dealt significant damage to Thanos one-on-one without a gauntlet, so...
Actually, there's also Captain Marvel. She did... Okay, sort of. She was really close to doing that, but then Thanos got sneaky with the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, I mean, like, with her, he resorted to an Infinity Stone. With Scarlet Witch, he had to, like, fucking rain fire.
Yeah.
That shit. That still, like, I mean, you know, obviously, there's a lot of awesome moments in that movie for bigger MCU fans than me. My favorite scene, by far, is the Scarlet Witch kicking the shit out of Thanos. Because Scarlet Witch is one of my favorite female superheroes in general. Just because of her history is so interesting, and really hasn't gotten her due so far in the MCU until that moment, and it makes me really excited for WandaVision and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to those.
I'm really fucking excited I'm probably more excited for WandaVision than most MCU fans.
Yeah.
Most MCU fans are probably most excited for, like, Falcon and Winter Soldier, for Loki, but I mean, I talked about this at length in the podcast, but I'm really fucking excited for WandaVision.
Yeah. Okay, it's farther into the future than what's currently being... Okay, actually, I don't know if we have schedules out for anything right now. But I'm also really looking forward to the Moon Knight series, to see what the hell they do with that.
I'm excited for that one too. I'm curious as to who they're gonna cast as Moon Knight.
God damn it.
So, I know Daniel Radcliffe's a popular choice. Yeah, that'd be cool. Who'd you want to see as Moon Knight?
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't have much history with the character, so I can't really make a good...
I also don't have a ton of history as a character. I just find that, but I found like all the bits of him that I have encountered to be quite interesting. It doesn't really help that I don't really follow the comics themselves a whole lot. For that regard. Although this did suddenly make me think of an interesting question. Okay. Instead of going, who do you want to see this character play? Let's do a who do you want to see this actor play? Who would you want Nicolas Cage to play in the MCU if he took on a superhero, if he took on a character role?
Oh gosh, I mean...
Because I think about it, I both want that and don't want that. More of me wants it.
Gosh, I mean... Part of me just wants him to reprise his role as Spider-Man Noir. He's amazing as Spider-Man Noir in Into the Spider-Verse. He's really funny. But that wouldn't really take advantage of, like, the full Nicolas Cage, like, his persona. Oh god, I'm trying to think. It'd have to be like an older hero, because I mean he's getting up there in years. You know, he has personally said he would want to play Joker or Doctor Doom, if he returned to a comic book movie. Personally, I mean, it would definitely be an interesting Joker. I don't think he'd be a good Doctor.
Okay, I don't want to see him as Doctor Doom for like an actual movie, but I kind of want to see just like test footage of him as or like for a short of him as Doctor Doom. Like I want to see like an episode of the Marvel What If series that's going to Disney Plus of just what it like somewhere down the line of what if Nicolas Cage played Doctor Doom.
Oh man. Oh gosh. You know what? Goblin or Jackal?
Oh yeah, that
I
actually looks
don't
pretty
want
good.
to see him do Norman Osborn. I don't want to see him do Green Goblin, because I want, like, a really good actor to play Norman Osborn.
Or the very less Nicolas Cage actor.
But, like, I mean, he'd be interesting for Hobgoblin
Yeah.
or Jackal.
I just thought of a gag they could do with Nicolas Cage for some reason.
Did I talk about who I wanted to see play, like, different Sinister Six members when we did the episode about the Sony Marvel drama?
I can't remember actually if you did that.
But like I actually came up with like I mean they've been doing some like interesting casting for Spider-Man characters in the MCU because of course Michael Keaton was like perfect casting for Vulture. Just physically, he was perfect. And then on the opposite end, you have Jake Gyllenhaal cast as Mysterio, which was completely out of left field, but it worked so well. Jake Gyllenhaal was amazing in that role.
Yeah.
It's a shame because after seeing him as Mysterio and Donnie Darko, like I would want to see him in Norman Osborn. It's obviously not happening.
Yeah.
I was trying to come up with because they're getting big name actors to play these Spider-Man villains. Like Michael Keaton's pretty big, or at least was really big in his time, and has sort of had a comeback in recent years, what with Birdman and such.
Yeah.
And Jake Gyllenhaal is like pretty like I consider Jake Gyllenhaal A-list probably. But I imagine them getting like completely out of left field A-list actor to play Norman Osborn, and I forget if I brought up this suggestion on the podcast or not, but I'd like to see George Clooney take on the role.
Oh, I can see that actually. I can really see that.
What made me actually consider it was, oddly enough, his role in Burn After Reading. He started to go crazy at the end there, and I wanted to see more of crazy George Clooney, and I feel like he could pull off both the crazy nature of the Green Goblin while also cool, collected, calculating, billionaire side of Norman Osborn. I'd really like to see that. I do know that I actually have a friend at Winona who would actually rather see George Clooney Doc Ock, which also work very well. I just don't know, like, I see them bringing Norman Osborn to the MCU much sooner than Doc Ock, especially
I won't forget this. I do moves every time. Giant bucket.
I remember hearing a rumor that they were gonna actually include Norman Osborn in, like, Captain Marvel 2 or something.
Huh.
and that he like well I mean that was before all the like Disney Sony drama, but I remember hearing like rumors that Norman Osborn was going to be the next like big bad of the MCU, which I would love.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Um, like people will say, well, Green Goblin's already been done so much in the movies. I don't care. He's one of the best Marvel.
Yeah.
There's a reason he's been done so much. And that's because he is. I mean, like probably I might this might be divisive to say, because like I know like a lot of people would consider Doc Ock or Venom the top Spider-Man villain, but like for me, Norman Osborn is hands down the best Spider-Man villain.
Yeah. He's at the very least very high up there for a lot of people, I'm sure.
For me, it's hands down. He's hands down. Like it's no contest. Ever since I saw.
Nope, Mario. God damn it.
Ever since I saw that first Spider-Man movie, I mean the first Spider-Man movie with Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin, that's what got me into comics. And Willem Dafoe's portrayal of Green Goblin is to this day one of my favorite villains ever. Not just in comics, not just in comic book movies, not just in movies, ever.
Yeah.
Like Willem Dafoe is
Chained, Chocolates Unchained. Oh, this episode. We'll probably do this one and then quickly wrap it up. So, the Anta Village. A large village on top of a tree suspended over a bottomless pit. So very interesting engineering here.
It really is a shame that Willem Dafoe has not gotten the chance to play the Joker.
It's just these are just.
Because also be perfect as Joker.
Yeah. Okay. So the mission's goal is to these mini chain chomps are going on a rampage that's spreading lava everywhere. So the goal is, and there's a lot of hurt detected. So the goal is to spray them with water so they're calmed down and cooled down enough that you can grab them by the end and then shoot them into one of these pits of water. I can demonstrate right here. Who's this guy?
Also, I would love if
like that. And it turns silver.
I mean, Illumination's making the animated Mario movie, but if they, for some reason, needed to do another.
Oh, you're cutting out a lot.
I was just saying, if for some reason some studio decides to do another live-action Mario movie, which, I mean, there's that one article where someone seems to think there's a live-action Mario movie in the works, but I'm pretty sure they're just getting it confused with the animated one. If they do a live-action Mario movie and they want to do like a series of live-action Mario movies, that first movie better have a post-credit scene where we see. I don't know who I would cast as Wario, but Willem Dafoe as Waluigi would be awesome to be post-credit. There's some really awesome like a Photoshop of Willem Dafoe as Waluigi. And I would really like to see that.
Now, where was that last chain chomp?
I was gonna say earlier, but have you seen, this actually came out relatively recently, but, of course, this was just Willem Dafoe messing around on set. In fact, Alfred Molina was already cast as Doc Ock at the time. Like, while they were on the set for Spider-Man 2, there's actually a video of Willem Dafoe doing a scene as Doc Ock. It's really good. It's really
good. North Kanye Pets, he says as we drown the chain jumps. Oh, thank God.
I want to see more Willem Dafoe in more stuff. I haven't seen a lot of his movies. We watched The Lighthouse, actually.
Oh, you did?
Seen that. I mean, it's A24, so it's weird.
Where the hell did the shine go?
But, I mean, I enjoyed it more than most A24 films. Willem certainly gives one hell of a performance, same with Robert Pattinson. It's pretty much just them for most of the movie, so...
Where did the... Where did the shine go? Oh, there it is. I missed that. Alright. And with that, we've begun Pianta Village, and we're going to have to call it for this episode. So, in the next time on Tomorrow Sunshine, we will be probably getting through, depending on how long certain missions take, we'll be getting through the rest of Pianta Village, and who knows what we'll do after that. So, until then, I have been Jacob.
I'm Noah. Oh, right. It feels so weird to do my outro first, because it's your series, really.
Yeah. I'm just... Adios. I'm just not used to yours going second.
Yeah.